mention.
Hey, we made it live. 5 minutes late, but never mind. The bus will be on time tomorrow morning, everybody. I promise, because I'm not in charge of driving it tomorrow morning, so it'll be all right. Thank you.
Well, I don't know why you're on a bus anyway. The van will certainly be on the time.
The van will be on time.
I don't know what bus
yeah. Exactly. Don't even know where I'm going. Right. Firstly, everybody, Kevin, Justin, thank you for joining me. I know we're missing Damir and Pragati for this because circumstances meant they couldn't join us. But this is just a sort of special pre-Data Weekender show where we're going to talk about a little bit about the schedule and where you can sign up and some of the awesome speakers we've got lined up for tomorrow, and try and encourage some last-minute people to sign up. And that's pretty much what this show is about. If you've got any questions, if you're watching on LinkedIn or if you're watching on YouTube, do feel free just to stick your questions into the comments. It should pick it up here for us, and we can answer any questions that you may have. But there's just one little announcement that hasn't been made public yet, and it's not written down anywhere either. Since we started, this is the 5th year of Data Weekender's existence. We started just about 5 years ago, just as the entire world was going to lock down for the COVID-19 pandemic. And it was a group of 6 of us then, and the organising team has changed over the years. And Kevin has decided this is going to be his last ride in the van for the time being. So Kevin's going to be taking a step back from organising any future Data Weekenders. So I just wanted to put on record and thank Kevin for all his efforts over the last 5 years in making this will be our 7th event tomorrow. Lucky number 7, making it a success. So Kevin, well done on making it this far, and whatever you do next, good luck with that.
Cheers, Geff.
No worries, mate. Do you want to see? So feel free to say a bit more if you want to.
Oh, yeah, it has been a fun 5 years, to be honest with you, and obviously, especially, it was good to do our bit for the community, especially during at the start with lockdown as well. That everything was just all over the place, and everybody was heartbroken because all the events were getting cancelled left, right, and centre, and that's why we all got together to start this in the first place. Let's face it, it was there was nothing there. And then we started and we did Data Weekender, and then all of a sudden there was a new virtual event popping up every week, etc. We've gone through 5 years. We've been here from the very start, and it's been a fun journey.
It's been good. That first one was quite a ride, actually. It probably took my mind off the pandemic and on all that was going on around us. But we managed to put that event on in a month, and I can't remember the numbers now, but we were in the thousands in terms of attendees.
It was phenomenal. It was something like, if I remember correctly, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, it was over 1,200 people, the first one.
I think it was. It was a
with
lot.
6 tracks, and we were going for quite some time. I think we actually started a bit earlier that day, and we finished a bit later as well. It was a very large-scale event. Let's put it that way, the first one. And a lot of effort from everybody involved. And obviously, not just as organisers, but there was a whole great team of other people behind the scenes, just like there always is. Back then, a Data Weekender isn't just 1 or 2 organisers. There's a whole team of organisers. There's a whole team of volunteers behind the scenes that helps out. Obviously, the moderators and that, they're not always visible to everybody, apart from when they're in the sessions, but they deserve as much credit, all of them, from the very first one up until now, as organisers, to be honest.
We've always had great backing and great support. But
we have.
We'd like to see you back as a speaker, Kev. So when we run the next one, make sure you submit a session, because organisers don't talk at Data Weekender. That's kind of our rule of thumb. And
I very nearly did, though, once, if you remember correctly.
Yes.
We were very close to the mark at one time where I nearly had to step in at the very last minute
and fill a gap. We never did.
We have had some ex organisers speaking in previous events as well, haven't we? Well, in fact, we got Magnus speaking this time as well, haven't we? So yeah, you're gonna have to add to the list, Kev.
Add to the list, yeah.
Unless you want to help. Unless you want to be a helper next time.
That's if I get selected, of course. That's if my session gets selected, then of course I will speak. Yeah. I have to do something different now for Data Weekender when I have to be something like Microsoft Fabric, Azure DevOps, and the camper fan the story so far.
Yeah, that's it. That's us. Right. So let's dig into tomorrow then. We got one more trip around the track. For you to take part in. Let's start with you then, Kevin, as it's you're sat on and in charge of tomorrow the Microsoft Fabric track, and I know you've been creating lots of content and have lots of talks in that space. So do you want to talk us through who's in room one with you tomorrow? Who've we got first up, and what you're looking forward to seeing?
Whilst I'm going through that, did you share the schedule on the live feed? I was just looking now on
in the live feed. If you're on LinkedIn. Right, there is let me find it because I try not to start this.
There's a little comment section at the bottom on LinkedIn. I've seen that much.
Stick it in there. You can follow the if you've got your phone on you can scan the QR code. That should take you there. And there's a link off the Data Weekender website. But I will just find the page because I don't have it open.
That's fine. I've put it in the LinkedIn comments. I'm not sure if that's synced over to the YouTube comments or not.
It doesn't necessarily, no, but I'll go and put it on you.
Everybody, go to your search engine of choice and type in Data Weekender, and you'll be able to find the event page, the schedule, etc. on there anyway.
Yeah, get yourself signed up. Go for it, mate. Over to you.
So, over to me. So, we start off in the day for Anya Palmer, she is presenting multiple sessions tomorrow. We are fortunate enough to have her present from Down Under first thing in the morning. She's going to be talking about GraphQL integration. GraphQL is becoming very relevant for a lot of people these days. It's going to be great. By the way, gents, if I go into too much detail, tell me to get on with it.
Oh, you're all right, mate. You go on. You keep going. You sell those sessions.
So, next of all, we're talking about access, one of my favorite topics in Fabric at the moment. Designing access in Microsoft Fabric after that by Marisol. Then we're covering with Paul is going to talk about metadata frameworks. So, for those who aren't aware, Paul has been doing a lot of work with data factory related technologies for many years now. He is probably one of the best people to actually present about this topic. We're doing real-time viewing with Gethyn, by the way, folks.
Yeah, giving it a go.
So after that, we have Nicola is going to cover about OneLake and data. So, of course, OneLake is very essential. Microsoft Fabric is where you store your data. Following on from there is Andy Cutler, who's going to talk about warehouses and deploying models using DBT. Those of you who have worked with other data engineering services may have worked with DBT in the past. So this is going to be very interesting to see by Andy. I am personally very looking forward to seeing him doing demos of this with Fabric. Andy, if you're watching, no pressure, but I am expecting at least one demo on this. Then, after that, Catalina is going to discuss about the quality of data effectively in Microsoft Fabric.
Oh, so these are the lightning talk sections, mate. Yeah,
yeah.
Here we go. So my data is good. Okay, sorry, mate. Go on. I just want to check I was in the right.
It's fine. You just disturb my flow. It's okay.
I will, mate. I will. No worries.
So then Nanan's going to talk straight afterwards about Copilot and Data Factory experience. So just to help with some terminology here, experience is what workloads were originally called in Microsoft Fabric. Some of us still call them experiences. They're also known as workloads as well now. So he's going to talk specifically about Copilot and Data Factory. I've used it myself. It is amazing, folks. This lightning talk is going to be a very interesting one to watch. Following on from there, and I will have to apologize in advance if I mispronounce this particular name because I've yet to meet this person. So hopefully Danush is going to be talking about AI augmented data workflows. Obviously, AI, big thing for everybody at the moment. We've just had one session coming in Data Factory about Copilot. Now we're going to cover a bit more about LLMs, etc. as well, all in 10 minutes. So it's going to be a very interesting lightning talk for everybody to watch there for sure. And then following on from there, for those of you who have not had enough of AI after the last couple of lightning talks, you may then finish talking about multimodal Azure AI as well using GPT-4. So that wraps up our lightning talks in the Fabric track. And then, and this puts a big smile on my face, very well established architect here. So James Sarah is presenting about data architectures and Microsoft Fabric. Folks, if you have at all seen James's material anywhere online over the years or read his latest architecture book, you will know that this is probably one session you should definitely try and attend. Of course, you should attend all of them, but James's stuff specifically for data architectures and doing this with Fabric is definitely going to be something for you all to want to watch. And then finally, last, but by no means least, because this one is something that I get asked about a lot. It's something that comes up all the time on the Microsoft Fabric subreddit and lots of other places online, is talking about Microsoft Fabric and Dynamics together. So anybody out there who's keen on knowing about this will probably want to attend this session tomorrow. And that, of course, includes everybody who has been asking about this topic online as of late. And that concludes my whirlwind tour of the Fabric track, everybody.
Thanks, Kev. That's awesome. All right, so what I'm going to do now in the LinkedIn pod, we can put the sign up for the meetup group. But if you do want to sign up for any of those sessions, head over to DataWeekender.com. There's a little join us link. Click on that, and you can sign up using Meetup, or you can just follow the QR code. Thank you, Kev. It sounds like you got an exciting track lined up for tomorrow. Right. So, if you're all fabriced out, or if you want to mix things up a bit, we've got 2 more rooms left. So Justin and I are now play virtual rock, paper, scissors to see who goes next. All right. So ready, Justin?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, go on.
Can't we just go straight to the Power BI one?
Well, we could, but it's
that
takes the fun out of it.
Paper, scissors, just to make this a bit more entertaining.
Yeah, just for entertaining, right?
All right. Here we are.
3, 2, 1, go. Hey, I win. Right. I get to go next. Cool. I was the scissor. Right. So this kicks off 8:30. All times on this screen are London time, UTC, GMT. If you watch this through your browser, if you're looking at the page through your browser, you should end up with your own time zone, I believe, as long as you're all signed in. But these times here are 8 a.m. tomorrow. We've got ORGAPS. The King is Dead, Long Live the King by Tom Martins. I'm quite looking forward to this as a kickoff session because I need to learn a little bit more about those as we're going along. So Tom's session will be great first up. And then if you have slept in a little bit and missed the early kickoff, it's definitely not the one to swerve if you listen to any sort of radio in the UK. Right, you want to get up and see Tom's session. But following Tom, we've got Valerie Junk, who is talking about driving decision making with Power BI. So using your data to make data-driven decisions. And for any of you that follow the stuff that I talk about, that's going to be a really exciting talk for me. Marcus is then going to talk to us about the star schema and becoming the guardian of the star schema. And I suspect this is going to talk about the importance of having a solid model to support your Power BI reports. And I'm always looking for ways to make mine better. Say that again, Kev. Sorry?
I was just about to say, and try and blurt out very quickly for everything, Marcus has literally just published a book relating to this topic. So it will be interesting for a lot of people.
Well, I suggest you come along tomorrow and have a look at that then, and see the author at work, which will be wonderful. Right, now the next person I don't think I've met, but is it Majolin? If I've said that wrong, please accept my apologies. But 6 tips to building an end user friendly dashboard. I'm very excited about because I think that's probably one of the areas where I need to improve my Power BI skills. Will be in the sort of user interface design and making sure you're telling the right story and putting things in the right place and not making it too busy. So I'm really looking forward to some of those sessions there, and I'm just very conscious I haven't done any zooming on any of these. Then we have Yitzhak David talking to us about how we can extend Power BI using R, Python, and SQL Server machine learning services and Polybase. Have either of you two done much work in extending Power BI with those tools?
I've done the basics, to be honest, and that's about it. For enough to pass the exam, I'll be brutally honest with everybody.
Enough to pass the exam. What about you, Just?
No, I think that's going to be interesting to see what Polybase have got to do in that lot. But
I haven't done much with it either, but I did have a question in a course I was delivering this week about bringing R and Python into Power BI. So I'm quite looking forward to that. And the extension bit, it'd be good to see how that works. So I'm looking forward to that. Then we dive into the as you can see, the 10 past 2 slot is the fast track sessions, lightning talks, fast track sessions for the event. All right, so I've got 4 in this session. I've got David Patrick talking about Copilot in Fabric. And then AI data science help tips and tricks. That'll be really useful. I've had lots of questions on my training courses coming about Copilot in Fabric, so we'll be looking to see it get another opinion on that. So that'll be an interesting 10 minutes. Then making use of AI, leveraging AI in Power BI dashboards by Reed. Reed's delivering that. Again, I'm looking forward to the AI element in there. Then, apologies if I mispronounce this name, but Serbi is talking about looking at Snowflake and how to compare how it compares to SQL Server. That'll be an interesting. That will be interesting. I did get asked a question earlier in the week. How does PostgreSQL compare to Snowflake? I won't go into the reasons where I got asked that, but it was interesting. I'll be interesting to see the response. And then the final one is Catherine talking about next level reporting. And again, it's AI in BI, which is the power of AI in BI, which is going to be fab. And then going into the last 2 sessions, we've got Power BI meets GitHub, and integrating some Power BI reports into our CI/CD pipelines is something that is something I've actually been looking at quite closely over the last couple of months. So again, it'll be an interesting session for me to sit in on. And finally, we've got Tosin talking about dashboards as code, and then being able to build and validate analytics efficiently. I'm quite looking forward to the data ops element of that too. So some awesome stuff in Power BI and Fabric. Kev, go on, over to you.
Over to me. I just want to very quickly point out as well, I actually saw Daniel present a 10-minute lightning talk in Austria the other week. Very last minute, no laptop or nothing. He was absolutely superb. So cool. If you are interested in working with CI/CD in GitHub Hub and Power BI, then I do recommend going along to Daniel's session.
Cool. And again, if you want to sign up to come tomorrow to attend any of these sessions, it's just one sign up. Head up over to our DataWeekender.com website, and there's a link that you can click to register, or just follow the QR code, and it should take you in. Right.
And it's all free, right? Like that.
It's all free. That's right. That's right.
This amazing content you're getting, and it's all free. You just need to sign up to get in.
Yes.
There you go.
All you need to join is an internet connection. Doesn't always have to be a great internet connection, just an internet connection. You can join for free from anywhere around the world. So basically, as I've been telling everybody for the last 5 years, this event really does open up the doors for everybody worldwide to come and watch. And as Gethyn knows, and maybe yourself as well, Justin, from in the past Monterey, we've had people from all around the globe come to join this event. I remember at one stage, I was speaking to somebody, I think it was the first ever DataWeekender, and they were joining from Canada, and it was 2 a.m. there. And they really wanted to watch some of the earlier sessions in the day. So they stayed up especially to watch them during the event. So yeah, just to add to what you're saying, Justin, sorry, carry on. I don't want to steal the limelight from you.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. I mean, yeah, we get people from all over the world, isn't it? So it's very cool.
I think we've had people come from, well, we did try and look at this once, and it's pretty much everywhere we've had attendees from, every continent, I think.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Right. Are we doing paper, scissors, stones again, or
No, mate. So it's over to you. Yep.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Well, yeah. So the best track we've left to last.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I'm looking after the SQL Server track this year. So first thing, we are kicking off with Magnus, who is going to be giving us a gentle introduction. What did he say? He said it was a gentle introduction to database projects, which we all need first thing in the morning, I guess, is a nice gentle introduction. So after Magnus, we have two. They are Microsoft support engineers, or they're within that support.
They are part of the SQL support team. I've seen a pair of these co-present literally 10 years ago now. I could have been 9 in Utrecht. They are absolutely brilliant to watch when they co-present together. They are a great source of inspiration for other people who are thinking about co-presenting together to watch.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, they are going to be talking to us about Query Store and Azure SQL Copilot. So that should be a really good session. And then after that, so is this Uwe, or is it, how do you pronounce it?
Uwe.
See names. Uwe is in?
Uwe.
There you go. All right. So partitioning in Microsoft in SQL Server. So yeah, we're going to be having a look at how to do database partitioning. So that'll be a useful one.
I've seen Uwe speak a couple of times, and he had a session last year at Data Saturday Croatia. He had a pre-con at the same time, and he's very entertaining. I didn't get to go to that pre-con, but he's very entertaining, well worth checking out.
Cool. So yeah, after that we've got Dejan looking at optimizing SQL Server for a data warehouse. So we're going to be looking at basically how, when creating reports and how that interaction. So this is looking at how Power BI will and how to optimize for it. So that will be really useful. So I think there's going to be some touch on column store indexes along with other stuff. Then I was on get that out of the way. Right, sorry. So finally, just before lunch, we have Erland. No, this is after lunch, isn't it? Erland is talking to us about error and transaction handling in SQL Server. So this is going to be looking at try-catch concepts and how to use them within your code. So that will be a really useful session. Now, I'm pretty sure after this is my first lightning talks.
It is, yeah.
I think I've managed to avoid them until now. So this is going to be my first. So I've got some really cool talks in here. So Deepthi is going to talk us through statistics internals. We've got T-SQL formatting standards by Jared. Andy is going to be. So this one is quite interesting. So this is about using analogies to talk about simple topics. So yeah, that's an interesting one. I think that's something I tend to do quite a lot. So mostly my analogies end up about coffee or coffee shops of some sort. So anyway, let's see what Andy's got in store for us. And then finally, it'll be Edward talking about column store index compression. So there's some solid lightning talks there. Next up is Jerry. Jerry also works for Microsoft. So he is going to be talking to us about the data API. I've seen this I think he did this at SQL Bits last year, and it's a really interesting talk about this about data API. And he's a he's a really good speaker. So that will be one not to miss. And last but least is Deborah, who's going to be running through dynamic SQL and how to master it. So so for anyone who does mess around with dynamic SQL, that would be that'd be a good one.
That'll be a session for them, right? Yeah. And that brings us to the end of the SQL Server track. Then, okay, go on, Kev.
I was just going to say, if we talk about Justin's lightning talks again, the very first lightning talk speaker, I think we have to show a bit of appreciation here for Deepy. She's been one of our moderators right from the start, and she covers a lot of sessions during each event for us. So she's kind of a moderator superhero for Data Weekender.
Yes.
She even volunteers to get up early, especially to help out with sessions of people for short of moderators and all kinds of things over the years. So I think on behalf of all the organisers of Data Weekender, a very special thanks out for DP as well.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
Yeah, so, and she can be moderating on. I think she's moderating on Fabric on the day, but yeah, speaking over in there later on. But yeah, good shout, Kev. Yeah.
Brilliant, guys. Brilliant. And I'll leave that there for the time being. So, guys, we've reviewed the schedule. You all know where to sign up. Head over to dataweekender.com. Sign up. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. All right, Justin and Kev, someone correct my memory. We are recording the sessions for the vast majority of cases. So at some point they'll end up on YouTube. Now I've just told the internet. Perhaps we are going to, we're going to have to.
It's on the internet. You can get rid of it. Sorry. Yes. The majority of the sessions will be recorded and shared after the event.
There's some speakers of I think it's just one, maybe just one, that have said they don't want to publish it on YouTube. But if they said that, they won't go on. But if otherwise, if they've agreed to it, they'll be.
It's the same as any other event, basically. Or I think the best stance from us, there will be sessions appearing on YouTube at some stage after the event for everybody. Yeah. So that's the answer to that question. And as you mentioned,
well, I was going to say, maybe I said only they'll be invite only to those who got a ticket on the. No, ideally we like people to come along and be interactive on the day, but obviously that's not always the case for everybody. So yeah, they will be on YouTube, but yeah, we still like to see you on the day.
We still like to see you sign up. So our meeting currently got 3,991 people registered, and tomorrow's event's got, I think it's the best part of 400 people signed up. So if you are new and you want to sign up, all right, head on over there. You get the videos anyway, get the recordings anyway. But it'd be nice to get us to 4,000 before tomorrow. That would cheer us all up.
Those of you who've been the tracks that I've been moderating over the years will know already that during the lunch breaks, I actually tend to appear on track one. So you can join track one during lunch if you've already eaten lunch or you just want to eat your lunch and watch something still. I'll be around at lunchtime. I will put the webcam on and people can be more relaxed and have a bit of a casual conversation as always between the sessions like we've done over the years.
Yeah. Cool. So guys, look, we haven't got not much time left. We'll draw this to a close. If you haven't signed up yet, please do so. DataWeekender.com. Hit the QR code. Just one question to finish because it's Kevin's last ride in the van. So Kev, this will be your seventh edition. What has been your favorite moment, if there is one, or your best bit or bits of Data Weekender thus far, just to bring this to a close?
Oh.
Put you on the spot, I know. Apologies.
It has, and I think, one of the best aspects of Data Weekender is obviously meeting new speakers over the years, new people in the community, people I've been talking to just randomly on Teams during Data Weekender as well. I think it's the interaction with the community, which always gives me energy anyway, and helping with questions and that in between the sessions. That's got to be one of my best moments with you over the couple of years.
Cool.
Well, I say couple of years, obviously over the last 5 years, everybody. So thank you very much, everybody that I've interacted with, speakers, moderators, attendees during the breaks where we've been chatting about stuff, including where in the world you're attending from, etc. So yeah, it's been
wonderful.
Great.
Wonderful. Well, Kev, look, thanks again for all your efforts over the 5 years. We're gonna have a great show tomorrow. Please do come along. Just anything you want to add before I bring this to an end?
No, well, I was going to say, I tell you, so for me, I mean, you didn't you know, am I allowed to have a favourite bit so far?
Of course you can. Of course you can have a favourite bit.
Because I was thinking that first, you know, the end of the first event, just the kind of like elation that it all went through and nailed, and you know, it was a hell of a you know, the organising team putting that together, and you know, I mean, a month. I mean, to think, you know, to the thing you put it together in a month, and it, yeah. I think that for me is one of them, isn't it? It's just getting to the end of that day and thinking, wow, that was one hell of a thing that got pulled off.
It was good. It was good. I
so much work behind the first one. It was phenomenal, and like I said, there was the organisation team, so to speak, at the time, but it was in reality, it was just a load of us from community who got together. Everybody. It wasn't any set rigid thing at all. Other people then said they offered to help out, and they did, and that was brilliant.
Yeah,
and then
we probably had twice as many volunteers, didn't we? We had so many volunteers that just wanted to help.
Yeah, it was just phenomenal. Everybody clubbed together in the community to put together such a great event for the first one. I think when that one finished, like you said, Justin, I mean, we were all, I mean, not just all the organisers, moderators, volunteers, everything. At the end of it, we were just like, did that really just happen? Did we just all manage to do that? It was great, like you said.
Yeah,
you bring back some memories now.
Memories. All right, cool. So there we are, then, guys. That's it. We've had Kev's favourite memory and Justin's. I'm saving mine. I think just mine's probably Justin's pinch mine. So,
what I thought it was going to be that you got me involved.
I thought you were going to say that, Geth, as well.
Okay, it could be that. It could be that. That was a good moment.
Whatever.
You had the chance. Actually, I will say this, right, just as a last thing. That my most favourite thing about Data Weekender is it was in that very first one that I came to realise through our WhatsApp communications at the time and Kevin's comments on, because Kevin went to university in Newport. You and I lived on the same street for 10 years, about 4 doors from each other, and we'd never ever met.
That's absolutely mad. Yeah.
That so
here we go. That's just more about how miserable we are as neighbours than anything else, doesn't it?
It says how miserable you are as neighbours. I knew everybody else.
That was
right.
Right then, guys. Let's go and get some early nights for everybody. No pub tonight.
Yeah.
Right? No. We'll see you all. We'll see you all bright and early in the morning.
7:30. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there 7:30. Kev. All kicks off 8 o'clock.
See you then,
everybody. See you all tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Don't forget the wave.